Have you ever gone online to Zillow and checked the value of your home? How accurate is it? I'm going to share with you what I think about the Zillow Zestimate and a lot of the online sites and how accurate they are when it comes to giving value to your home. See, the way Zillow compiles this information is they check at properties that are available, properties that have sold, and try to give you a price per square feet. The only problem with that scenario is when a house sells at speed up or foreclosure, that just throws off the whole price per square feet down. And that house could really affect the value of the property. That's where the issues are. Now, I've seen it where it's been pretty accurate, where a lot of the homes in the neighborhood have sold fairly at a good price or fairly where the value is. And I've also seen it where there's $100,000 off or $200,000 off the price. So it really varies. See, what it doesn't take into account is condition of the property, and this is so important. You know, if your house has granite countertops, if your house is in great condition and you've done a lot of remodeling, the neighbor's house that have sold didn't have any of that. So when it combines all that information, the price is going to be inaccurate. So condition is very important. Another thing that it doesn't take into account is, like, for example, if your house has a lake view and your neighbor's house doesn't have a lake view, there's people that will pay $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a real nice lake view, supposed to one property that doesn't have it. So those are things that throw the value out. And I've also seen it where there's a great house in a great neighborhood, and across the street, they're luxury homes, just one street away, newer homes. And then it's giving you the value of those homes compared to some of those. So it could be really off. When it comes to valuing your home, the things I take into account are condition. I go in and look at a property. I go in and look at the square footage to make sure that I'm comparing it to properties that are similar square footage. I also look at the year build, and then every upgrade that the house has, new windows, a new roof, or things that if you've done to the house will affect the value. So I try to find properties that have those characteristics and then pretty much value it that way. I had a client that called me not too long ago, and he did an appraisal on his house. He was doing a refinance. And when the appraisal came $200,000 under the value of the Zillow estimate. And I asked him, hey, why didn't you call me? Oh, I went on Zillow and I checked out the value there. And, it cost him $450. If he would have called me directly, I would have saved him the money. But I was curious why that value came in. And in that particular property, everything that was on the market was a little bit overpriced. All the houses were in the market. There was not too many homes on the market, and that's probably the reason why agents priced a little bit more expensive. Everything that had sold a while back. And the appraisal obviously went out, looked at properties that had sold, didn't look that was available. So Zillow Estimate started looking at a lot of the properties that were available and gave them a value of the home based on what was available and not so much of what has sold. And in reality, an appraisal is always going to look at closed sales. So keep that in mind. When you want a true value of a house, give us a call. We'll look at it. It's something that we offer free to our friends, clients, or people that just are curious about it.